This week, it's the 2003 State Farm Women's Tennis Classic, live from Scottsdale, Arizona. Our matchup, it's a good one. Ai Sugiyama, Japanese finest tennis player, takes on Kim Clijsters, seeded number 2, ranked 3 in the world. Hi everybody, I'm Pam Shriver. It has been an unusual championship Sunday. It's been an unusual week because of the rain. Last night, the second semifinal between Ai Sugiyama and Alexandra Stevenson was supposed to be played. Weather wouldn't allow it. They had to come out on the court today at 10 a.m. to see who would face Kim Clijsters in the finals, who won in straight sets yesterday. Here are highlights from the second semifinal. Alexandra Stevenson won the first set 7-6. Sugiyama came back to win the second 6-2. We're deep into the third set. In fact, it would go to a tiebreak. Stevenson came back from 3-5 down, had 3 match points in the tiebreak before Sugiyama got to match point to win the tiebreak 9-7 in the third. This match just finished about an hour and a half ago. And what a quick turnaround Mary Jo Fernandez Ai Sugiyama has. How tough is it going to be?
It's going to be such a tough assignment for Ai Sugiyama. She has to be feeling it. She's got to be a little bit tired. They played for over 2 hours. It's not that hot out there, but there was a lot of tension, a lot of drama in the match. And Ai Sugiyama had to battle some blisters as well halfway through the match. I did get to speak to her mom a few minutes ago, who's also her coach, and she said the blisters are under control. She's fit to play, and hopefully the pressure's off, so she'll be very loose and happy out there.
Well, Mary Jo, as we watched the semifinal match happen, and it was in its third hour, we looked over to our left, just over here to the practice court, and there Kim Clijsters was having her nice little typical half-hour, 40-minute warm-up, and Clijsters hardly lost a match in the last 6 months.
Well, I just can't believe how relaxed Kim Clijsters, being a top player, is before her matches. She is very cool, calm, and collected, but she's been very sharp all week, and she really started coming to her own last year at the end of the year. At the season-ending championships, Kim Clijsters showed us a huge improvement. She started to play much more consistently. She would have a win over Venus Williams in the semifinals after Venus would retire halfway through the first set, and in the final against Serena, she just moved her side to side, showed her athleticism, her new patience, and was just so excited to have this huge victory. And now she's number 3 in the world with all the confidence in the world.
And also, Kim Clijsters led 5-1 in the third set of the semifinals against Serena Williams down in Australia. Couldn't win the match. Today, she's playing against a familiar opponent, someone who she has a lot of respect for.
I've lost to her once in San Diego, and so like I said, if I play her, I have to mix it up really well. I have to make sure I serve well, because she returns really well. And I think her weaker part of her game is probably her serve, so I really have to attack that and then be aggressive.
Kim Clijsters starts the final a heavy favorite as she tries to win her second title of the year, and Ai Sugiyama will give everything she has left in her tank. Clijsters Sugiyama next, live on ESPN. Live Championship Sunday as Kim Clijsters takes on Ai Sugiyama. Ai Sugiyama will start things up the far end of the court on a day that is just as beautiful as it has been all week long. It's climbing close to 60 degrees, and believe me, that has not happened much this week, if at all. Very calm winds.
Kim Clijsters still a teenager, only 19 years old. She's about 5'9". She's just improved so much. She's so relaxed, so sure of herself on the court now. Really has the belief now that she can win a major. Remember, she got to the finals of the French a couple years ago in that dramatic match against Capriati, and this year she was just 1 point away from being in the finals of the Australian Open.
Yeah, boy, Serena Williams played such a great second match point when she was down against Clijsters. Ai Sugiyama, her opponent today, is going to be a tough assignment for a lot of reasons. Clijsters played a lot less tennis. A bye because she's the number 2 seed. The top 4 seeds all get byes, and she did not drop a set. And then you get such a contrast with Ai Sugiyama.
Well, Ai Sugiyama, she's the veteran out here today at 27 years of age. She's had a great career. She's only 5'4". She has not won a lot of matches coming into this tournament this year. But she's a tough competitor. She's known more for her doubles. She's been 1 in the world in doubles. She won the U.S. Open with Halar Dekouji, and she's had to play that 1 extra match. Had a huge win over Davenport. That's been her best win in her career. And then, of course, her dramatic win this morning.
Lovely game.
Yeah, to emotionally have to get back up into the competitive saddle so soon after one of the great wins of your career. I mean, to fight off 3 match points. To win 9-7 in the 3rd set and then face such a quality opponent as Kim Clijsters, who has a very quality boyfriend as far as tennis players go, the best in the world, Leighton Hewitt. Just before this match, in fact, Andre Agassi was warming up because the Franklin Templeton tournament starts tomorrow for the men.
Only a few times in my career did I have to play 2 matches in one day, never a semis and a final. And I just remember you just have such a natural letdown. After you have a win, you normally have a day to recover and enjoy your win. And here, mentally, it's probably even tougher than physically for Sugiyama today.
Yeah, sometimes even at the majors, most times after tough matches, you have 2 days off. Yesterday against Megan Shaughnessy did all sorts of damage for Clijsters.
She's really learned to control her power on that side. That is her weapon. She loves to run around it, but now she's added a little topspin, a little bit more security.
40-15.
A little help from the net court. Clijsters still gets to it, but way off the court. Sugiyama to the open court with the forehand volley textbook.
Kashi's moving diagonally forward. Classic signs of a good volleyer. Still game point for Clijsters.
Second serve.
Smart play for Sugiyama to be very aggressive, shorten the points.
And the return of serve set up this forehand inside out. Sugiyama hits the ball so flat and early, likes the pace. Sugiyama again. Staying aggressive, trying to get to net. Didn't do enough with that volley, but it actually ended up being okay because it was short in the court and then punishes the overhead.
Break point. Fine first serve out wide. You know, depending on how long Sugiyama's warm-up was this morning before the Stevenson semifinal, this could be the start of her 4th hour on the court. So how much does she have left? Right now she's feeling no pressure and playing very good at the start of this match. She's playing very smart tennis. All the pressure on Sugiyama was in the first match today.
And these two know each other well. They started playing doubles together this year. They've won 2 tournaments already, Sydney and Antwerp, just a couple weeks ago. So they hit with each other to warm up sometimes with that doubles. And that could help Sugiyama.
Clijsters misses with a forehand. Sugiyama comes back from 40-15 to break serve. One loves Sugiyama. 2 players, as Mary Jo mentioned, very close to one another. They played a lot of doubles. Coming into this event, Kim Clijsters is the one with all the momentum. This is during this event. You can see all the games that Sugiyama has had to play. She's been on the court 6 hours and 36 minutes. Twice the amount of time for Kim Clijsters. The woman shading her eyes there, Fusako Sugiyama, who's Ai's mom and coach.
She was sitting next to Sugiyama's hitting partner, Mitsuru Takada, who's one of the coaches at the academy that Sugiyama opened about 5 years ago near Tokyo.
Well, I think Mom's done a great job to prepare her daughter for this championship match. A break of serve and now 30 love.
And I definitely think she has a game plan. She's trying to get in whenever possible. She's got good feel, quick hands. Why not take advantage? It's funny, I was talking to her mom and trying to get to see if she...
Sorry for some technical difficulties we're having with our audio, but it's 2-love. I actually think the scoreboard is down. I think everything is down here. Love 15.
Struggling right now. Mentioned how relaxed Clijsters was before the match, but now that she's in the match, she is definitely going to feel the pressure because she is the heavy favorite.
It's love 2. Kim Clijsters serving to try and win her first game of the match. And now 40 love. Chair umpire's lost her microphone. The scoreboard's down. I think we have a general blackout here in Scottsdale.
It's just been a tough week all around.
Too much water. Kim Clijsters now couple of game points, 40-15. Leanne White, the chair umpire from Australia, belts out her best down under voice.
That's great tennis from Sugiyama. She's really taking it to Kim Clijsters, taking the ball early on the rise. So much for being tired for Sugiyama. She's moving very well on the court right now.
Boy, wouldn't she love to get a second break early in this final.
Break point for Sugiyama.
Power went out the other night as well, but they had to stop play, as you can imagine, because you need the lights. So this final can continue because it's during the daytime, but there is not one bit of power except, I think, the generator coming from our TV truck. Statistic computers are down. Players are working. Advantage Kim Clijsters. Clijsters with an ace, holds on to serve, but Sugiyama, who is in her fourth set of tennis, is up a break, 2-1 first set.
Come on, people, we gotta find this thing. Let's go. Come on, let's move it.
Anything? Check under the freezer. What? Oh.
That's definitely not a clam.
Oh, man. Wow, looks good. Nice. I like that. Very nice. Bling, bling.
Attention all smokers. Now you can kick the habit in just 7 days. That's right, you can quit smoking easily in only 7 days guaranteed. Introducing the all-natural Smoke Away system, the herbal stop smoking program that works to help completely stamp out your nicotine cravings in just 1 week. Fed up with expensive patches, prescriptions, and gums that often don't work? For less than the price of all of them, you can stop smoking in 7 days guaranteed with Smoke Away.
I like the fact that Smoke Away is all natural, and it really works.
I did Smoke Away for 3 days, and I've been smoke-free ever since.
Smoke Away has added years to my life. I know now I can enjoy my kids growing up and their kids growing up.
Smoke Away's unique combination of all natural herbal ingredients work to completely and naturally eliminate your body's craving for nicotine without side effects. Pick up the phone and order your Smoke Away system now.
To order Smoke Away, call 1-800-993-0605. That's 1-800-993-0605. So call 1-800-993-0605.
Back live, Sugiyama, second serve. She's up a break, 2-1. Mentioned a lot about Sugiyama's fine doubles play. Been ranked as high as #1 in doubles. She's been ranked as high as 15 in the world. She's been to the quarterfinals of majors before. She's won a couple of tour titles. She's been to the finals quite a few times of this level tournament, but this would be her biggest tournament win ever.
.30-15, Clijsters trying to win her second tournament of the year. Won the tournament in Sydney right before the Australian Open.
Those are the kind of rallies that have got to really start to sting Sugiyama. She had to cover a lot of court. She was the counterpuncher quite a bit today against a heavy-hitting American Stevenson. In fact, Sugiyama had an injury timeout midway through the second set. Had some blisters. And then in the third set tiebreak, running wide to her backhand side, really pulled up awkwardly and reached for her left shin and ankle area. She didn't come out with anything taped above, unless her foot's taped. Break point.
We're seeing a few unforced errors from Clijsters today, particularly off that forehand side, and that's been the weapon, the strength, but that's also the one that breaks down. It's a shot to go. It's the forehand for Clijsters.
Clijsters stumbled yesterday in the second set a little bit against Shaughnessy, getting down 3-5 before winning that set. There's an example, Mary Jo. What do you think happens? Is it confidence, or does she get late with it, or?
I think she picks up her head a little bit. I think she starts looking to see where her ball's going before she's made contact.
Point here for Sugiyama to maintain her break advantage. Pretty routine return of serve, missed way wide, and Kim Clijsters will be serving 1-3. A lot of people didn't think Sugiyama would mount much of a challenge after her 2-hour and 15-minute victory just a little while ago on this court against Alexandra Stevenson. Again, fighting off 3 match points. Match was played with just very few people in the stadium. Nobody really knew what was going on in that semifinal.
Well, the pressure is on the shoulders of Kim Clijsters. Last few finals she's played, she's been the underdog. Clijsters trying to get in there. It's not where she feels the most comfortable, at the net, and Sugiyama keeps the ball low, and Clijsters misses the backhand volley.
That's where she's more comfortable at net, when she's already hit the winner.
Aren't we all?
Speak for yourself. I can never hit the winning approach or the winner from 3-quarter. Clijsters would love to have a routine service hold here, 40-15. Still down a break. Live Championship Sunday from the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess Resort. Sugiyama up a break.
When Bill asked for some help with his retirement, I said, "Well, what's your goal?" He said, "You're looking at it."
We live where you live. Now the same State Farm agent who helped you plan for just in case can help you plan what could be with IRAs and other retirement options.
Looks good to me. Let's go fishing.
For help with banking, insurance, and investing, talk to your agent today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Have you seen the new look for this year? Introducing the all-new CLK.
Back live in Scottsdale, Arizona. Sugiyama's second serve. She's up a break. Double fault to start the 6th game. 3-2 Sugiyama. her first double fault of this final.
Well, the second serve and the forehand, in my opinion, are the weaker links in the Sugiyama game. The forehand, when things get tight, is the shot that goes, and the first serve isn't that big, but her second serve is definitely attackable.
And Kim Clijsters knows that because she's played the doubles with her and they've played against one another. It's their 5th meeting. Kim actually mentioned it when you spoke to her yesterday. And those are the kind of points that have got to feel pretty awful at this point for Sugiyama, where she's really got to work hard. The lactic acid and the buildup from the tension of that first match played just a couple hours ago, 7-6 in the third.
Stayed in the forehand, right in the corner. We got to remember, Sugiyama relies on her speed as well. She is a counter puncher, so those legs have to be fresh in order to win this match. I'm sure she's putting a lot of pressure on herself to win the first set.
Break back for Kim Clijsters, 3-all, first set. Sunday, ESPN and ESPN2 will have a full night of NHL action on ESPN2. First at 6 Eastern is Detroit Red Wings against the Phoenix Coyotes. And then at 8:30 Eastern on ESPN, Mario Lemieux and his Pittsburgh Penguins take on Mike Modano and the Dallas Stars. NHL on ESPN and ESPN2. Ooh! That would be like missing like a sitter without the goalie in the net. Almost.
Well, if you're sitting at home, that's got to make you feel good. Even the best of the best miss these easy shots.
See, people feel so good at home when they see that. And that was a mistake that Sugiyama would like back. That was a serve that she should return at almost every time. It was love 15. She was given a gift on the first point. 15-all. First time really that Sugiyama looks a little fatigued. I mean, missing easy shots, not getting out wide for the serve last time on this deuce side.
Up. 40-30.
Misfiring again off the forehand, Kim Clijsters.
Yes.
Almost like she's not accelerating through the ball.
In Clijsters' opening service game, she had 40-15 and lost serve. Boy, you'd have nightmares hitting that same shot. She missed the first point of this game. And 40-15, it goes back to deuce, but that exclamation point gives her an advantage.
She took her time this time, made no mistake, kept her eyes on the ball. Boom.
She doesn't miss those twice in a game. Clijsters actually didn't start to play here, but didn't win a match until Friday with all the rain. Didn't get to complete anything before Friday.
These two are in the semifinals of the doubles as well. So it could be a very, very long and tiring day for Sugiyama.
She could play 12 sets of tennis, and she already feels like she's played about 6 sets.
I've seen Clijsters coming in more than usual for herself, and she's not converting as much.
And she's shortening the points, which probably helps out Sugiyama some, so it's kind of a double whammy. She's had 4 chances to finally get a lead in this set. Another game point.
One of the things that Clijsters has been doing so well is constructing the points, working her opponent side to side, waiting for the right opportunity to attack. She's been rushing so far in this first set.
These long games for Sugiyama, if she doesn't win them, have to be really discouraging. All the energy poured out, come up with nothing.
But Sugiyama's been around a long time. She's a smart player. She knows her opponent's not at her best right now, and she's going to give it her all to hang in there. Another game point opportunity for Clijsters.
This is Sugiyama's 41st game of the day. With the net cord, she has her first lead of this first set, 4-3, and Leighton Hewitt, he'll probably have some leads next week.
When Jeff and Sharon's baby arrived, they knew their needs would change overnight.
You need a bigger house, maybe a minivan. And what about college?
What they didn't know was I could help.
Now the same State Farm agent who helped you plan for just in case can help you with what could be, with auto loans, mortgages, even college funding.
Minivan.
For help with banking, insurance, and investing, talk to your agent today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Imagine the most majestic landscapes. And then imagine completing them. Presenting the Fairmont Collection, grand hotels inspired by the grandeur of their surroundings. Fairmont Hotels and Resorts, places in the heart.
A season of ups and downs, wins and losses. Now comes down to one last shot. Whose dreams will be realized? Whose hopes will be dashed? It's the last chance to get to the dance. Championship Week presented by 7-Up. Tips off Saturday at noon on ESPN and ESPN2.
3-4, Sugiyama serving with new balls.
That's well played by Kim Clijsters. Moving the ball around the court, keeping it deep off the backhand, and then changes the direction of the ball with the backhand down the line. Such a beautiful shot. Great shoulder turn. I'm better when I don't see the replay.
Oh! 15-13. By Sugiyama, trying to hold on to serve after losing 3 straight games. Another unforced error on the forehand side. Kim Clijsters is really helping her tired opponent out with a lot of unforced errors. Now 30-all.
No, she's definitely feeling the pressure. It's very evident right now. She's the heavy favorite in this final match. She's been on a roll for the last 6 months. But she knows that Sugiyama's a tough opponent. They haven't played in over a year, but the last time they did play, Sugiyama won, so that puts even more pressure on Clijsters.
Well, and I still think she's got a bit of a, she's gonna have a scar for a while in that match in Australia against Serena.
Well, that match must have hurt, being up 5-1 in the third. Total control, a couple match points. Combination of Serena really raising the level of her game, and Clijsters getting a little tight. Turn that match around quickly.
6 straight games for Serena there. Just long on the baseline. Another break point for Clijsters to win her 4th game in a row. Boy, they've watched each other play a lot of tennis the last couple of years. They've been dating, what, for over 2 years now. What a great angle, earning the break. It's now 5-3 Clijsters. Join us next Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2 for the championship match at the Franklin Templeton Classic. Will Leighton Hewitt be in it? Andre Agassi? Well, you'll find out. And then on Monday, ESPN will have a live action from the Pacific Life Open in the desert of California. We'll just move a little bit west of here, go from one desert to another. Kim Clijsters will be the top seed on the women's side there.
Defending champion Daniela Antukova will be there. That's where she made her big splash, defeating Hingis in last year's final.
Boy, Hingis, since the Australian Open, announced her retirement. What a change in the landscape of women's tennis with Hingis out.
It's definitely strange not to see her around anymore. We always loved her battles against the big power players, seeing the contrasting styles. And she's so young.
Clijsters serving for the first set. 15-all.
Sugiyama taking it to Clijsters once again. Getting inside that baseline.
And there's nothing more exhausting in tennis than doing what Sugiyama tried to do on that last point. The up and back drill, you go back for the overhead, you come in for the volley, you lunge again, and then you just wave goodbye to the last lob.
Surprised she didn't go to a towel or something. Like a few extra seconds.
She's tough. 30-all. Clijsters 2 points away, winning the first set.
That's a beauty. Such a solid shot for Sugiyama, the double-handed backhand. It's so cleanly, so flat.
Break point here, second serve. Ooh. She had to go for it. You've got to be aggressive. Sugiyama with a little glare, first at the sideline and then up at Leanne White in the chair. Deuce. That unforced error brings up set point for Kim Clijsters. Number 2 seed here really became the number 1 seed. Serena Williams withdrew with knee tendonitis.
Great aggressive point. Japan's number 1 player, Sugiyama.
Another set point for Clijsters. She's going to hang around all next week, watch Leighton Hewitt play. She's going to enjoy a couple of weeks in the Arizona desert. Wins the first set with that topspin volley. 6-3. It's one of the players' favorite weeks. They get to stay at the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess Resort and then just walk about 100 yards and play their match.
State Farm is a proud sponsor of women's sports. Because little girls have big dreams too.
When playing tennis, there are 3 basic elements of the game that you must always remember. Move your feet. Keep your eye on the ball. And always play with pen. Pin tennis balls. It's the only ball that matters.
First set to Kim Clijsters, 6-3. And this week, ESPN's Big Monday, presented by Bud Light, is highlighted by 2 great teams. At 9 Eastern, Kurt Heinrich and Nick Collison and the Jayhawks from Kansas take on Bobby Knight's Texas Tech Red Raiders. And at midnight Eastern, the Mountain West, Marcus Banks and UNLV Runnin' Rebels meet up with Donta Richardson and Wyoming Cowboys. That's Monday Big Monday, presented by Bud Light on ESPN. We've got Big Sunday here, and I'll tell you, Ai Sugiyama's feeling Big Sunday. She is now starting her 5th set of tennis of the day.
I really feel Sugiyama needed to win that first set to have any sort of chance in this match. I think now it's just such an uphill battle for her. She definitely has to be feeling it physically by now.
5 straight games to Clijsters.
Second serve.
Second serve.
Ready to game.
30-15.
Another tough thing for Sugiyama, she gets so few winning points on her serve. She really needs to earn every point the hard way. Except Clijsters is helping out occasionally with the unforced error. (40-15), 2 game points. There's a cheap point on serve. 1-love, Ai Sugiyama. Second set breaks the run of games at 5.
Next game. Second set.
10 a.m. this morning, they called a match on this court. It was the second of the semifinals. Clijsters got through yesterday against Megan Shaughnessy, but because of rain last night, Sugiyama had to earn her spot in the finals the hard way, defeating Alexander Stevenson 6-7, 6-2, 7-6, I think 9-7 in the breaker, fighting off 3 match points. Just a routine morning.
Not a routine win at all. She really had to battle hard, battle her nerves. She was definitely uptight. It was funny because I talked to her mom before this match, and Sugiyama's coach, and she said, "I just needs to relax. If she's not uptight, she will do just fine."
Isn't that true for all of us? Well, I'll tell you what, if you're going to lose a game at this point, Ai Sugiyama might as well get it done quickly. A couple of easy return misses. Now 40-love. None of those long deuce-add games that you lose. Lose one in about a minute.
Goes to the drop shot, one of her favorite shots for Kim Clijsters. She normally has very good feel. Didn't time it correctly that time.
Hey, Clijsters.
1-all, second set.
1 game all.
the baseline. This championship match, there's a lot riding on it, a lot of prize money. You can see the difference, almost double to the champion, just under 100,000 at 93, 195 points towards your ranking. Actually, the runner-up closes the gap in the points more so than in prize money. It's a Tier 2 event on the WTA Tour, whereas the Pacific Life Open is a Tier 1 event coming up in 8 days' time.
Clijsters holds that ball in the racket so long. Last minute, she flicks her wrist to hit the cross-court passing shot.
Clijsters would just kick herself to miss that one. She ended the first set with a nice winning forehand topspin volley, but what does she do wrong here?
I think she just relaxes a little bit, a little too casual. She's face on to the net, didn't really turn her shoulders.
And sometimes when you're face on, maybe that racket face is a little more open.
You know, so many times in practice, you don't practice those easy shots. You think it's a given.
Break point. Set up with a very fine first serve from Sugiyama, getting back to deuce.
Deuce.
She'll take it.
And about 10 more like it.
Advantage Sugiyama.
Not much Kim Clijsters could do, even though she's so quick. Look at that slide. So athletic.
Deuce. Advantage Sugiyama.
Again, Clijsters helping Sugiyama out with a pretty routine miss over the baseline. Advantage Sugiyama. Sugiyama with a clenched fist. She is still in this match, 2-1 in the second set.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, come on. Catch the ball before you run with it. Let's
Basketball
go.
101. Basketball 101.
Touch somebody. Touch somebody now.
Oh, what are you doing? There you go. Just like we drew it up. Tangled up with Roar.
Stay in the lane. Stay in the lane. Knock him down.
Get out of the crease. No, just hit somebody.
Go, Danny, go. Go.
It's a disgrace. They ought to be ashamed of themselves.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
I know people who refuse to settle for good enough. I know people who think working hard is the only way to work. I know people who don't believe in the words overnight success. Let me introduce you.
Comcast, proud to be the Dallas metro area's new cable company.
It's a three-peat for Bill Utter Ford.
A three what?
You know, a three-peat is in 3 straight championships.
Or 3 straight Ford President's Awards for outstanding customer service.
And Bill Utter Ford is celebrating being the best with the President's Award pricing plan that you can't get anywhere else.
Three-peat. Funny word, great dealership.
Bill Utter Ford, 3-time Ford President's Award winner. Just the other side of Lake Louisville in Denton.
Utterly affordable. Bill Utter Ford.
Kim Clijsters, number 2 seed, won the first set 6-3 over Ai Sugiyama. It's 1-2. Clijsters serving, Pam Shriver, Mary Jo Fernandez. This is live championship action from the State Farm Women's Tennis Classic in Scottsdale, Arizona. Earlier today, Ai Sugiyama had to defeat Alexandra Stevenson in a 2-hour and about 15-minute match, 7-6 in the third. And she is still on her toes, Mary Jo.
It's pretty impressive. Sugiyama has actually played very well in this match. Got up a lead in the first set. Clijsters battled back, got her game a little bit back together, but Sugiyama is still playing well early on in the second set. She's keeping the points as short as possible, trying to take them on the rise, get to net. And she has a tremendous attitude.
She fought off a break point in her last service game, was able to hold serve, and if she is going to get to deuce and be in a long game, for her psyche at this point in her body, she better win them. 30-15 here.
Better job by Clijsters, staying with her shoulders turned, accelerating through that forehand. Gave herself a lot of margin for error.
Well, sounded like a little thunder in the area. Seen it all this week in the desert of Arizona.
2-all.
Crowd's enjoying a fun final between Kim Clijsters on the right of your screen, Ai Sugiyama on the left, #1 player from Japan, been high as 15 in the world, #1 in doubles. She's won tour titles before, none as big as this. Kim Clijsters should have been in the finals of the Australian Open, won Sydney earlier this year.
Has had such a tremendous last 6 months. She's won 30 of 3. Sorry, she's only lost 3 matches in the last 6 months. 4 titles. Her last loss last year was to Lindsay Davenport in Filderstadt. She won Luxembourg, the championships. This year she's only lost to Serena and Venus. When you win so much and you get used to that feeling, even when you're not playing your best, you feel like you're still going to win.
And now a chance for Clijsters to get a break of serve. Love 30. Clijsters was down 1-3 in the first set before going on a run of 5 straight games. She just can't quite shake Sugiyama yet.
And part of that is because she has a lot of respect for Sugiyama.
Double fault there. Sugiyama did not like her toss at all. Brings up 2 break points, 15-40. With a break of serve, she does not overplay the backhand down the She's up a set and a break. 6-3, 3-2. Just 3 games away from her second title of